Welcome back to Nature Inspired Farm. Today we are looking at our corns. We have a set of corns now that is about 3 weeks in the ground. Planted them from seeds, so not seedlings. Planted the seeds, and so this is where we are now. We had corns here before, and if you look back at one of our previous videos, which we'll link below, we had corns on this plot before, and they did very well. But in the final stage, for the final week, we got a lot of rains for the last 2 weeks, and we got some fungus. We didn't get a lot out of it, got about 15 dozen. So we're hoping that third time will be a charm. We have we tried corn since. We did 1 acre of corn. We did it in stages, but we lost the 2 first sets, which was about 2,000 corns. Yeah. And from that we learned a few things. So when we look at the corns and where we plant it, you'll see in more detail. We're excited about these corns, and we're hoping that this third time will be a charm. We have 3 sets of lessons learned to go on, and so we're applying all here. And what we're learning day to day with farming, that is that while there are stipulated methodologies for planting each crop, when you start doing it on the ground, it's something different. Well, it's not different, but there are learning curves that we have to overcome. So we hope that we will triumph with this one. We are using our failures as lessons, and we always try to see the positive in it and take from it as best as possible. So this is our third time trying sweet corn, and this is the first time that we're doing it. And at this stage, we've only sprayed them twice, and we're not seeing a lot of insect damage. So we're hoping that this trend will continue, and we'll continue to treat them. We planted this acre, 1 acre, in corn. And we did it in 3 stages. So stage 1 first was from all of this brown patch here, and then planted the second part, and then the third part is over there. But from planting this 1 acre of corn, you can see it's planted in an area where there are a lot of trees. Fruit there, but they eat it all. So we have a lot of coconut trees in this area. So a lot of the sections are shaded. So we've decided that, based on our experience, we are never planting corns in shade again. That's based on our experience. Because you can see the marked difference in how they are. This is what the second set of corns look like on the acre, and we didn't get much from it. This is a sample of the corns that we got from the second set. The corns that we did get were very nice, but we didn't get many from the plant. Because we haven't been spraying this section, you can see that the worms are having a field day. There are many worms on the corns, and this just shows that if we don't treat the field, the worms will take over, not leaving anything for us. This one a big one. Get in there. You see how many of them? Look at them. So this is the second part that we planted. This section, they got a disease, and based on our research on Google says it's this corn stunt disease. And according to Google, it is transmitted by leaf hoppers, which is a pest, and it's also more prevalent when corns are planted after July. So the first and the second sections both suffered from that, and we didn't get much corns from it again. So this is our second time failing with this corn. Sheldon wanted to stop doing corns because of this, but I don't think we should. So we planted a quarter acre.
Yeah.
A quarter acre. It's about 3 weeks old now.
I've been experimenting with different variety.
Yeah. So this is go. Alright, so the first section is the king corn. This one is the no, I remember. Green something like that. No, I remember.
You look for the name and post it in the bio. Or the description of the video, sorry.
This is not the disease. This is human error. So when we just got our pH meter and we were throwing in citric acid, seemed as if we were making the water too acidic, and so we had some of these. But you see, the newer leaves are good, so we're okay with that. From they were young. So these are just scars from our error when they were much younger. So we're not worried about that. This is not the virus or the disease. But one more thing that we really wanted to point out, some of them started looking like this. So they got very twisty. Very twisty. Google says it's based on just a growth spur, but I think otherwise. I think that they start doing that when the bats eat out the middle and they're trying to grow some new leaf and it get twisted. I don't know why. But if you look here, you can see that these corns, they've tasseled, but they're only this high. About 3 feet?
4 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Alright, 3 feet.
Yeah, about 3 feet high. But these ones are much higher, about 6 feet. And what we notice is that the trees that are shaded, those are the ones that are extremely short. And the ones that will get the sunlight consistently, they are much bigger and better. So that's one more thing that we learned this time around for corn. We're never going to plant corn under shade, and we're not planting any corns after July. And from the previous plot, we had learned that we need to include a fungicide in the treatment for the crop. Oh, and also don't put too much citric acid. Make sure that the pH is right.
What's the ideal pH?
The ideal pH is about 5.5 to 6. Between 5.5 and 6,
Okay.
we were told.
By an agronomist. So how do you think these look now?
These look very encouraging. Much better. Look much better than the other section over there. And the garden look nice and long already. Just need to give them some nutrients. Make sure them keep up.
Everything is healthy on this side.
Yeah, everything looks
Really encouraging.
See this one? Kind of that happening.
I hear about the big bounce with him.
You see? This happens to when they think them eat out the top of it and the tusk don't come out of the top. The corn and growth at the top. But this one can be fertilized. So I'm not fertilize it. Or try to.
That's artificial insemination.
Yes. Assisted. So again, look at this picture. You see those on that side of the coconut tree?
Yeah.
They're all and good enough. Because they're getting the sun. These ones, right here, so. You see? And they were all planted at the same time. But it's just the section that falls within the shade of the trees, they don't do that well. But based on our research, lettuce should do well in shaded areas. So we're going to try it and see what happens. And we'll let you know. Or if you already know, you can let us know as well. Yeah, but that look good, man.
So comparing this part to the first two sections.
Much different. Much different. These ones didn't get the virus or the disease, the corn stunt disease. These ones didn't get it at all. So they're good.
And ever since they were planted, we've been using Star.
Yeah, so because we realized that the two on that side got the disease, well, we started using Star in the second section of it. But I guess we were too late. So we started using the Star from very early. So we don't know if that can be attributed to it. We were also seeing some like the ones like these losing the color, and research tells us that it's lack of sulfur. Yeah, so a lot of them were looking like this, and we actually increased the sulfur in the fertilizer mix, and we got some very good results, like they change color.
Literally like green lizard. My joke.
We also included for this section an insecticide to reduce the transmission of the disease by the insects. For our case, we included caprid or proferon. We didn't use any of that in the other two sections prior. Three things. We planted sweet corns twice, and we've learned, well, we're developing our own method for it. And again, this is based on our experience. 1, always include fungicide in the treatment mixture. 2, don't plant under shade because they won't grow well. And 3, don't plant after July. If July comes and you're not plant yet, don't plant after July. We won't plant after July because we don't want to get exposed to that disease again, and there is no treatment for it. So again, thank you for watching Nature Inspired, for watching our videos. Continue to watch and like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.